with a special edition update for you about the Georg Enescu Music Festival, which is currently going on in Romania. It is an enormous festival which will continue until September 20th or September 21st. They have orchestras coming in from all over Europe. They have top conductors. They have chamber ensembles and chamber orchestras coming. It's just overflowing. And is there a problem? Yeah, the problem is I cannot give you detailed information about all of those live streams the way we do in our usual roundups. It's just it's just too much information. So kind of overwhelming. So what I am going to do is briefly go through this week's lineup and just let you know just a very little bit about each of the concerts. So in case any of them capture your interest, you can check them out. Just making sure that this is our coverage is being carried on Instagram, which it is. So I'm happy about that. This is the person who is very much involved in all of this festival would be Cristian Măciularu, who's originally from Romania. You know the story about Cristian Măciularu, how he got his start. He's there in Romania, and he's dreaming about studying at the Interlochen Institute in northern Michigan. I'm from Michigan. It's from the northern part of the state I come from, which is a terrific program. So he applied for what he thought was a summer festival, a summer study program of a few weeks' time. And he sends in the application, doesn't get a reply before the summer. So he figured, well, they just didn't take me. Then a few months later, he gets a letter from Interlochen saying, yes, we are accepting you. And they accepted him into the full music programs to start the next year. And they gave him a scholarship. So, he went from this guy in Romania to studying at Interlochen. And after that, it was onward and upward. He'll be he's been in charge of the Köln or Cologne Philharmonic for the last few years. But he is now going to be taking over as the chief conductor and artistic director at the Cincinnati Symphony, getting back in touch with his Midwestern roots as of this season. So interesting guy. And he's going to be conducting with the Cologne Philharmonic a performance of Richard Strauss's Salome, a concert performance this coming Saturday. So he's a busy guy. But nonetheless, he's been a driving force, I gather, behind this concert. And if you go to the concert's webpage, which will give you the link to, you'll soon find videos from Cristian Măciularu extolling the virtues of this concert. So having said that, let me then get on to actually telling you about some of what is coming up this week, on this Enescu Festival. Starting tomorrow, September 2nd, they have a couple of live streams tomorrow already. This at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on September 2nd, European time, which is 10 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. The ensemble Les Siècles, the Centuries, with Sarah Aristidou as a soloist, will be doing the two improvisations by Pierre Boulez on Mallarmé. There are a number of concerts this week, at least two this week already, in which they're performing different pieces by Boulez. So I think it's big this year for them. Then they'll do pieces by Ravel and by Debussy, and they'll finish up with Enescu's Suite No. 1 in C major, Opus 9. And that's about all I can tell you about, because I have a list as long as your arm here to go on to. Also, later in the day, then on Tuesday, September 2nd, at 7 in the evening, European time, 1 in the afternoon on the East Coast, the Tonhalle Orchestra from Zurich will be making their appearance with the cellist Elisa Weilerstein. And they'll be doing Enescu's Prelude from Oedipus, his lyric tragedy in 4 acts. Shostakovich's Cello Concerto No. 2 in G major, Opus 126, and Rachmaninoff's Symphony No. 2 in E minor. So you have 2 concerts on Tuesday from them already. Then on Thursday, September 4th, another couple of concerts at once again at 4 o'clock European time in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. Then it's the Rotterdam Philharmonic Orchestra with Valentin Serban on the violin. They'll be doing Mozart's Violin Concerto No. 5 in A major, the Turkish concerto. They'll be doing Dvorak's Symphony No. 9, the New World Symphony, Opus 95. Then, what is it, 3 hours later in the day? Yeah, 3 hours later, it's 7 in the evening, European time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. It's the Czech Philharmonic. They'll be doing Enescu's Symphony No. 4 in E minor, which was actually an unfinished work, later completed by Pascal Bentoiu, and Rachmaninoff's Symphonic Dances, Opus 45. But also listed as being at 7 o'clock in the evening, same day, is a program called Bach in the Jungle, and it's an ensemble group of soloists playing Bach's Violin Sonata in C minor, Villa-Lobos's Bachianas Brasileiras, selections from Bach's Art of the Fugue, from Bach's Partita in D minor for solo violin, and Piazzolla's 4 Seasons of Buenos Aires. So 3 concerts for you to choose from on Thursday. Then on Friday, September 5th, starting at 3:30 in the afternoon European time, 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast, it's the Rotterdam Philharmonic Orchestra doing Enescu's Intermezzi, Opus 12, Shostakovich's Piano Concerto No. 2 in F major, that's with Lahab Shani as the pianist, and then Beethoven's Symphony No. 3 in E flat major. And then at 6:30 in the evening European time, 3 hours later, noon on the East Coast, the Czech Philharmonic plays 2 pieces by Dvorak, his cello concerto in B minor with the cellist Kian Soltani, and his Symphony No. 6 in D major. It's so, and no, we're not done. Then on Saturday, there's more. I'm just giving you little bits of them. You can look up more of it on the website and get more of the details. They provide a fair amount of detail on their calendar. I'm just letting you know what you might want to look up, if any of these capture your attention or your interest. Then on Saturday, September 6th at 10 in the morning European time, very early on the East Coast, like 7 in the No, at 10 in the morning here in Europe is like 4 a.m. on the East Coast. It'd be 1 a.m. late night, Friday night for those of you on the West Coast. The ensemble Intercontemporain will be playing again a couple of pieces by Boulez, his Anthems 2 for violin and electronics, notations for the piano, and a piece called Incise for the piano. I'm not sure how to translate Incise. And his dialogue for Double Shadow. And they'll do Enescu's Impressions of Childhood for violin and piano. So, and then a little later at noon European time, the Banatul Philharmonic Orchestra will be playing pieces by Lipati, a concertino, and some Romanian dances. Enescu's Voix de la Nature, Voice of Nature, and Symphony No. 1 by Iochimescu, which is a contemporary symphony composed in 2023. Then later in the day on Saturday, 3:30 in the afternoon European time, 9:30 in the morning East Coast time, the Basel, Switzerland Kammer Orchestra, the chamber orchestra, they'll be doing works by Enescu, by Lalu, that'll be a cello concerto by Lalu, and Beethoven's Symphony Number 7 in A major. This just keeps going and going and going, folks. Then a little later in the day at 6:30 in the evening European time, which is noon on the East Coast, the Gustav Mahler Jugend Orchestra, the Young People's Orchestra. Okay, you might not want to tune into that, but listen to what they're playing. They're doing Korngold's Violin Concerto in D major, Opus 35. And who's playing on it? Renaud Capuçon, who's one of the top musicians in the whole world. Then they'll do Tchaikovsky's Symphony Number 5 in E minor. That's the Gustav Mahler Young People's Orchestra and the Romanian Youth Orchestra, I should also mention. So, and then when we get to Sunday, there's an even longer list. I mean, I think I've given you a flavor. Okay, I'll tell you a few of them on Sunday. Sunday starts out with the New European Ensemble playing a bunch of contemporary pieces composed 2009, 2018, and 2019 by Van der Aa, by De Dieu, by Tournage, and one piece by Enescu composed in 1954 is Chamber Symphony for 12 instruments, and that's at 10 o'clock in the morning European time. Then a little later in the day, no, same time. So they must be live streaming on different channels. I don't know. We will give you the links to the festival live stream page and to the Romanian TV broadcast page. And you may need a VPN to get onto the Romanian TV broadcast page, but not for the festival broadcast page. And find where they're doubling up. The Deutsche Kammerphilharmonie from Bremen, that's the German chamber orchestra from Bremen, is also on September 7th. And who else? The Royal Philharmonic Orchestra with Petrenko conducting will be on at what again? Well, that'll be on at noon. So more watchful hour in Europe, 6 in the morning on the East Coast. They'll be doing Respigi's The Pines of Rome, Darius Milhaud's The Ox on the Roof, Le Boeuf sur le Toit, and Vaughan Williams's A London Symphony, Symphony Number 2, with Petrenko conducting and Arabella Steinbacher, the soloist. Then a little later in the time, 3:30 in the afternoon, the Enescu Philharmonic Orchestra will be doing. What will they be doing? They'll be doing one piece by Kurtag called Fin de Partie, composed in 2018. I don't know that piece, and there's more coming on. The African Symphony will be performing again. The Gustav Mahler Youth Orchestra, the BBC Symphony Orchestra is performing at 8:30 in the evening on Sunday. The list goes on and on. All I can tell you is all of this information has been put out as being live streamed by this festival. We will give you, as I say, the link to the festival page, the festival live streaming page, and to the Romanian television page. And I'm also going to give you the link to Claudia Ochoa Cruz's blog page, My Love for Music blog.com, in which you can find on her calendar on a day-by-day basis. You can click on specific dates, and she has all of these concerts laid out in detail on the dates on which they're occurring, with, again, the links to get to them. So she's done all the homework on this. All I'm doing is retelling you a little bit about what she's done so you would know about it. There was no way I could do it justice in our usual format. So if you do tune in, I hope that one, more, some, or any of those live streams inspires you, uplifts you, or just gives you a heck of a good time. Before I leave you, I want to remind you, if you're watching this on Facebook, please like the video. If you're watching on any of our other platforms, please follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live on YouTube, Rumble, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and or LinkedIn. And we will continue to provide you with live links to more than 1,000 live performances in this coming year. I will say ciao for now. I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday with both our organ recital and our weekly chamber music performances roundups. So look for those. Come back and see me. And have a great time watching any of this stuff if you do.